Hello world! If you are hearing me, then all sending and receiving systems are nominal. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your valuable time with me today. We were going to be playing My Time at Portia today. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I hope you will soon have an opportunity to see why. I am playing through it again because its sequel, My Time at Sandrock, is coming up very soon. In fact, it will be in beta as soon as the developers sort out some issues with their Steam licenses, it sounds like. So, really looking forward to getting a chance to share this game with you. One of the great things about this game is that it has some really strong voice acting. And I've gone ahead and created my character, so as soon as I hit this confirm button, I think we'll be being able to enjoy some of that. And I'm going to sit back and let the game speak for itself during the voice acted parts, so you won't hear me for a little bit. Oh, I forgot, you get to pick your birthday. The main thing this does is the main thing this does is set when villagers will come give you gifts. I like to do it either in summer or fall, because there's usually made a few guests by then, and you're likely to get a summer birthday twice, or the fall birthday is at least early enough that it's still useful to get your first set of gifts. I'm going to go ahead and go with a fairly early summer birthday on the 21st, I feel like. Let's hit that solstice. I know the winter solstice is the 21st. I'm not sure about summer. So we're just going to do that. And here's the game starting up the loading, and the voice acting should start any minute.
We're coming up on Portia.
Whoa! That looks beautiful!
What are you gonna do there? Ruin diving?
Something like that.
We get someone like you once in a while. Always seeking that adventure. Good to be young. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Hi!
Presley, how do you do?
Ah, good to see you again. Hope you had a pleasant journey from Barnarock, right? That's quite far.
And we're never going back there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm here to show you to your workshop, so if you would please follow me, it's pretty close.
I wonder what it's like. I didn't get to know my pa too well.
No one's been working there since your pa left Portia so many years ago. He was a good friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so the game does a good job of giving you a tutorial on how to move around, so we're just going to go ahead and work through some of this, and it'll be a good reminder for me. Yeah, Presley's kind of annoying, but he's basically a good guy. He's going to stop us from getting too far away anytime I try and do anything interesting, but we can come up to this tree, and kicking trees doesn't give a lot of resources, but as you can see, it does give us experience. And I happen to know that we're going to not be able to do anything with our stamina today, which you can see in the yellow bar down there in the bottom right of the screen. So we're just going to use up all of our stamina kicking these trees. And then you can see in the left side that it tells us that the tree has given us everything it can. You can see a treasure chest off there in the distance, just kind of hiding behind the hill, or you could a second ago before Presley jerked us back. Unfortunately, we can't get to it because Presley wants us to follow him. There we go. Yep. We'll talk more about how dashing works in a second. And you can get to the second tree too. So I like to come over to the second tree, and I'm just going to keep picking it. What it's dropping right now are rubber fruits, which you use to make rubber tires and other things that are made out of rubber. You can also sell them for like a tiny fraction of a bit of money, which we may actually do, because you start off very poor. You start out with 100 goals, which is the game's money, and each one of these is worth, in theory, 4 goals. So that's not a negligible amount of money at this stage of the game. So the game has skill points, much like an RPG, and they help you kind of customize your character to be good at what you want to be good at. I'm going to be going for a fairly strong start to get us off going really quickly. So I'm going to be aiming for the ways that we can improve our experience. The first way we can increase our experience is that intensive experience here just gives us extra experience. And a lot of the games that this can be kind of a trap, because the game doesn't go long enough for the extra levels you get from getting the experience don't really stack. But this game both lets you respec and goes on until you reach well over level 50. So it's worth spending a couple points in this XP booster, especially early. And you can always take the points back out later and put them into something more useful. So we're going to start with getting our first level of that. And that's all experience we've just gotten from kicking this tree. And that's free experience, really. And you can see before we were getting 40 experience per kicking the tree. Just waiting for that experience bar to fall off so it'll show us a fresh amount. Now we're getting 42 because we increased our XP boost by 5%. So that's not a lot, but it'll add up a little bit every day. I don't actually remember what happens when you get to 0 stamina. I don't think anything too bad, but let's find out. Kick, kick, kick. Okay. So, going to 0 stamina doesn't cause anything bad. We do have health, which you can't get to 0 or we pass out.
And here we are, your workshop. This place sure has seen some wear and tear. What do you think?
Looks homely.
Now then, here's a letter from your father. He asked me to present it to you when you've seen this house.
Dev, when you read this letter, I will already be on the other side of the world. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry I'm not the father you wanted me to be, or that, anyone would deserve. This was all so sudden, so I didn't have much time to tell you or figure out how to take care of you. Then I thought about this workshop. It might not look like much now, but it will brace you from the wind and cover you from the rain. I have left my workshop handbook that details how I created things in my workshop. The rest is up to you. Do your best and live a wonderful life. You will always be my pride and joy, Pa. So his workshop book is not actually in the workshop. It's kind of off to the... It's not inside the house. It's inside the area owned with the workshop. It's off to one side. And we'll see that very early tomorrow when we start making our first furnace.
Here's the workshop handbook of your Pa's. Take your time. Come to the Portia Commerce Guild tomorrow. It's located around Peach Plaza. Can't miss it.
You can't fool me, Presley. I can see the workshop book sitting there right next to the builder already. Here comes May. She's the town reporter. Well, one of the 2 town reporters.
As much as I'd like to give you a builder license right away, you need to prove your worth through a couple of tests.
Got it. Tomorrow.
Anyway, I'll leave you be. Get some rest.
Bye, Presley. Thanks for your help.
So as I warned you, we don't actually get to
This house
do anything
is so
first
worn.
day.
I need to fix it or I won't be getting a good night's sleep.
That warning is not a joke. See how we're at 123 out of 205 stamina? That's because of these gaps in here. So we need to get extra wood to fill in the gaps. We'll talk more about what that does later. But for now, we're just going to leave our house and go get some wood and some stone to build some basic tools. And what Presley has neglected to tell us yesterday or this morning is that the tests we need to pass are very, very simple, and we could actually show up with them passed. So we're going to get the stuff we need to pass Presley's tests getting started. This over here is Lua. He
Who are
runs
you?
past your house every
you a spy
morning,
for
so
the
he's
Duvos
relatively
Empire?
easy to make friends with.
Huh? You're just the new builder? Suspicious.
Oh yeah, and he's bizarrely paranoid.
When I was little, I always tried to imagine that I was invisible. For a while, I actually believed it myself. Until my teacher told me to turn in my homework.
So we have our mailbox here. This letter is what you get for having the free summer DLC. Or, I don't know if it costs if you buy the game now, but it was free to everyone who owned the game when it came out. And it provides a nice little, in addition to being interesting looking, it provides a nice little boost to all your stats. It boosts your health by 90, which is almost a 50% increase. Gives you a huge boost to defense and max stamina. Like our defense went from 19 to 20, so that's 3 times as much defense. Swimsuit items are another 20 defense, and the accessories are another 5 defense. So we've got 54 defense instead of our original sign, so it's gone up by 5 times as much. Plus we've gained a healthy bit of stamina, which for some reason isn't showing up yet. Let's try taking that off. There. Oh, okay, so it is showing up. So an extra 30 or so stamina, an extra 30 stamina on top of our 205 starting. We have a quest log that's telling us to go meet Presley, and all your quests will give you at least a little bit of experience, and most of them will give you some relationship bonus to help you make friends with people. It's very, very nice relationship system, very easy to get used to. We'll get into that more later, I think. We still need to go get some wood. So as you can see, the game has a stamina meter that controls how long you can run for. And as you run from place to place picking things up, you don't pause for quite long enough for the stamina meter
you're new in
to start
town as well?
recharging usually.
I just
So you
moved
need to
here a little
remember
while
where to
ago.
go.
Name's Audit.
Hi, Audit.
I run into some danger when I'm out on my walks through nature, but I always find a way to hide or run away. I don't want to disturb the balance.
So that's kind of a nice, friendly little hint from the game that most starting enemies are not hostile, and you can just walk right past them. But even if they are hostile, you can usually outrun them. Just running around, picking up stone here. As you can see, you run out of stamina pretty fast. One of the skills that we'll be taking extends how long your stamina bar lasts. So we'll get that pretty quick. Plus, there's mounts and stuff you can get to get you to move around faster. Keeping animals and growing crops isn't really profitable in this game, so we won't worry about it too much. But it is very nice to get, especially if you can get it early enough to get a horse trained up for the festival. So the 2 things that Presley is going to want from us is he wants us to prove that we can make an axe and a pickaxe. So you can get everything you need to do that just by going around and picking up random stuff on the ground. Although remember, we need wood to repair a house, so we're going to need to chop down some trees here soon. The other thing he wants is you've got to use your workshop book here, and you can follow. If you're playing with the mouse, you can just click on these arrows to change what's visible. And if you're playing with a keypad, a gamepad like I am, you can just move your joystick, your right joystick left and right to turn the pages. So he's also going to ask for a stone furnace. So we get a little tutorial here. With the relevant part equipped, aim at the silhouette of the construction, then press left mouse button or AX to place it. AX is for the gamepad. The assembly station console can be used to view material requirements or cancel the construction. Parts can be installed or recovered when standing near the construction silhouette. So you can go ahead and place parts before you have the rest of them, and if you later decide you're not going to build that after all, you can get all your pieces back. There's no cost to starting construction early. So we need 10 wood just to build this. Oh, wrong item. There's the stone stool. So we need 10 more wood, but we don't have any. Oh, here's another villager. Let's go see what he has to say.
Hey, I'm Toddy. You're the new builder, right? It's always nice to have more builders. That Starlight Island you see out there on the horizon is a great place to fish.
Toddy makes some poor life decisions later in the game. But we won't see that for quite a while. Just out of habit, I've kind of got used to having my weapon and my tools in a certain specific spot. So I'm just moving them around to keep them set up so they're always in the same place. And then you can chop down trees for a little bit of wood. There we go. And even the bushes give a little bit. So now we built it, and you have to pick it up too. You can't just leave it there. If you just leave it, you'll it just stays there until you pick it up. And so it's easy to make something and forget that you made it. So that gives us our second level of intensive training. But we still want another 30 or so wood. I think you need like 36 wood in total to repair all the spots in your house. So we're going to go try and get those today if we can. See, these are monsters here, and you can fight them if you want, but there's not really any reason to do that just yet. The starter gloves they give that I got out of that chest are really bad. Let me show you. So these do an attack of 5, whereas your starter axe has an attack of 50. So these are really bad gloves, but we'll hold on to them for now. I'm going to go ahead and move my wood over here. I just like to be able to see how much wood and stone I have, so I got in the habit of keeping them on my toolbar like that. Now we're still running around collecting some wood. Now we could cut down this tree. 1, 2, but it takes 5 wax of the basic axe. So this is actually a pretty inefficient way to get wood until you get a better axe. You're much better off sticking to the small little bushes and little saplings until we get enough wood, which we nearly have. There we go. And there's Emily. She's our neighbor. Let's go say hi.
I'm Emily, your next door neighbor. It's so nice to have new people move into our town. You should drop by my ranch sometime.
Emily is awesome.
Snow finally melted. Our home-raised chickens are very excited.
She is exactly as nice as she seems.
Hi-yo! You must be the person the mayor was talking about. I'm kind of simple, but I hope we can be friends.
I hope we can be friends too. Okay, we got enough wood to fix up our house, so let's go do that real quick. And then we'll go talk to Presley. So that's 26 wood so far.
All the gaps have been fixed. I'm finally gonna have a good night's sleep.
There you go. So you can get all of your spots fixed. with 36 wood, and it'll tell you when you've gotten all of them so that you know you got them all. Everything in the game uses up small amounts of stamina, even just swinging your axe. Swinging your axe at nothing.
Oh, hi there.
Apparently doesn't use stamina, and it's one of the few things that doesn't.
New here? I'm Nora. I'm a missionary at the Church of the Light. Nice to meet you. My life at the university is busy. I'm glad to be a volunteer here. It gives me a purpose.
So when you give villagers gifts, you always get at least one friendship point, unless you give them something they really hate.
Nice to see you. How are you settling in? Great! Let me introduce you to the Commerce Guild. We're the organization that orchestrates trade across the entire Free Cities region. This is the Portia branch. We're pretty busy throughout the year. Now then, let me give you your builder test. This is pretty easy. Make an axe and pickaxe and bring them to me.
I got you.
You
covered,
need to have
Presley.
wood and stones to make these. You can gather them on your own or buy them from the Total Tools in Central Square. After you have the raw materials, you need to craft the items on a work table. I saw your pa's old one in your yard, so check and see if that still works. Ah! Excellent quality! Nicely done. You can keep them. I just wanted to see what you can do. Now for the second test. You are to build a stone furnace. This one's a bit tougher. You need to use the assembly station in your yard to complete this task. If I remember correctly, your pa kept a very detailed account of the things he made. You might want to flip through his workshop handbook and see if you can find a diagram for the stone furnace. Once you have a diagram, just use it on the assembly station in your yard to start construction. Great job! You pass. This is your builder license. Congratulations! Now you just need to take this license over to the mayor's office and get your workshop registered, after which you can start taking regular commissions. Come back and talk with me after you register.
So that's why we did all that work to get all that stuff to start with. He's the secretary
Hi there.
here.
I know who you are. I'm Antoine. We'll probably be seeing each other a lot. You won't find a person as beautiful as me in Portia. I feel grateful that you get to see me.
He's not as bad as he seems from that introduction.
Hi!
Okay, so we haven't got enough. So the game gives you a really good tutorial, so you can just drop in and start playing it right away. But we haven't played through enough of the tutorial to unlock everything in the game yet. I do think it's funny that I'm just wandering around. Haha, I'm in my swimsuit, and this guy just treats me totally.
Welcome,
reasonably.
welcome! You must be the new builder. I'm Gale, the mayor of this town. It is truly wonderful to see young people getting involved in the telesis of our society.
Hey Gail, are your eyes okay? I'm over here. I'm on your right, dude.
I'm here to register my workshop.
Very well. What is the name of your workshop?
Well, Gale gets his eyes checked. We're gonna register with the Cube Farm Workshop, where we make cubes.
Nice name. There, your registration is complete.
Thank you.
Also, we're going to have a fireside town meeting once in a while. They'll be announced through the mail. Try to make them if you can. You don't want me being the only one there. I will cover town and world events at large, the usual, you know.
So these the Fireside Town meetings are well worth trying to get to. They usually either advance the plot or have free food, and even the ones that don't have anything too interesting usually do have something kind of informative going on.
Hi! I hope Portia can be more prosperous.
So pretty much everyone in the game likes either is willing to at least accept snake berries or the random herbs that you find just wandering around outside. So that can be a decent source of introductory social experience.
You're now a bona fide workshop owner. Your pa would have been so proud. Let me explain some of the processes for our trade. Here at the Portia office, we post workshop commissions every day on the board, over there. Based on the speed and quality of the results, we make a ranking of the workshops every week listed on the wall behind me.
There are other workshops in Portia?
Oh yes, adding yours, there will be 5 workshops in our jurisdiction. Besides the ranking list, you also have a workshop rating, which is listed on your license. The higher your rating, the higher quality the commissions you can get. But don't worry, if you have your father's work ethic, you'll be #1 in no time.
So usually most dialogues are split up across multiple word bubbles, but occasionally they'll get a little long and you'll need to just scroll to see all of them.
Once you're done with your orders, you can pick up the commission fee from Antoine if it's from the guild or the respective person who commissioned you. Builders make most of their money from doing commissions through the Commerce Guild. But some just build items and sell directly to the market. That's fairly lucrative as well.
I have never made any significant amount of money doing that. Fishing seems to be a much better secondary income, and we'll definitely be doing some fishing here soon.
Anyway, since this is your first commission, I've kept one just for you.
Playing favorites, are we?
Higgins! You already took one today!
There are never too many commissions! Good day!
That's Runt. He's the owner of the current #1 workshop. Brilliant businessman, but I don't like the way he does things. Well, I'm sorry. That was our last one today.
Hey, Perez! I've got a job for you.
Or not. What is it, Arlo?
We're looking to build a bridge to Amber Island.
So the mayor finally put up the money? Well, young builder here is up for the challenge.
Yeah, he figured that place could be a real tourist attraction. What with the haunted cave and all.
Check your pa's workshop handbook to see if he has a bridge diagram in there. I remember he built a bunch. If it's there, use it at your assembly station. After you're done with the bridge pieces, you'll need to go to the designated spot and assemble the bridge. Also, and this is important, for a project as big as a bridge, you'll probably need to dive into the abandoned ruins to gather materials. We have one such ruin in Portia. It's located at the bottom of the temple tower.
Hey!
Hello, buddy!
If you plan to visit other cities, I'd advise you to have a civil corps escort. Some years ago, Adit went to Huteo Town alone to get seeds. He was trapped by monsters for 2 days on the way back. Fortunately, Dawa found him and told us. We were able to rescue him in time.
Okay, now we can take commerce commissions. So this one requires a bunch of stone, which we don't really want to go get right now. I don't remember how to make charcoal. I think it may just be burning wood, but we've gathered all of the easy wood. I think this one will pay better. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, we'll go ahead and try and do Martha's commission here. We'll need at least 12 more wood to make the charcoal. And then, well, probably actually 24 wood. 12 wood to turn into charcoal and 12 wood to burn in the furnace to convert the wood into charcoal. You'll see what I mean here in a second once we get enough wood. Okay, move this out of the way, move this up here. Oh, hey, Gus. Gus is a much bigger jerk than he seems.
You're the new builder. I'm Gus. I'd love to stop and chat, tea, cake and all, but I'm busy. So, good day.
I'd love to talk to you, but I'm too much of a jerk. Goodbye. Oh. Poor QQ. Here, have some lettuce. QQ is Gus' loyal pet, and he treats him no better than he treats anyone else. There we go. Oh, so it takes wood to burn, and then it takes 3 of each wood to make the charcoal. So this is going to take a lot of wood. When you hang up your builder's license, it provides 20 stamina when you wake up the next morning. So that's one of the first things you want to do, is make sure you get that up and make sure you get your house repaired, and that will provide a lot of extra stamina for your first day tomorrow. Stores do have reasonable business hours, so we're going to go visit the fishing supplier and see if we can't catch some worms to let us go fishing. Not catch some worms, buy some worms. Buy some worms. I know how to speak. Ha 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 ha. Okay.
Hi. Emily loves my home cooking. Maybe you can come over for dinner sometime.
So this kindly old grandma runs the farm store. Oh, good. And everything's at a discount right now. So you can just buy caterpillars. I'm gonna buy all the caterpillars I can. And we're gonna see about building a fishing rod here. And while we're over here, we're gonna go see...
Howdy! Did you just arrive at our town? You might have heard of me. I'm famous around these parts. Mac, McD, ring a bell? Do you want my signature? I'll be famous one day. I'm gonna start my own restaurant selling beef patty burgers. I might be too famous for you to get it by then.
So, for the longest time, I thought he was married to Sophie, but they don't seem to be. So for each cow you catch, you get a milk item. But the only animal that gives you milk is the big cows. The little cows don't, if I remember right. So you just gotta wait for the big cows to come and then catch them with the rope. And the game can provide you with basically infinite stamina if you're good at it, which I clearly am not. But it's usually worth playing it once or twice the first couple of days just to eke out a little bit of extra stamina. Wow, this is I used to be decent at this, but 1 out of 3 is definitely pretty bad for me. Haven't made a whole lot of streams or videos yet. I'm still trying to get used to trying to, play and talk and keep up a good pattern at the same time and focus on what I'm doing. So each of the different animals that you can catch provides different resources when you catch them. And mocks you differently. Yes, cow, you successfully tricked me. Baba sheet. Okay, this is probably the last time I'll make you sit through this. Just wanted to show you that this game is here and that it provides some useful resources for you if you're playing through yourself and are trying to get the most out of every day. Okay, I got my 2 cows, so I think I've broken even on my stamina, so I'm just going to catch everything that goes by if I can. Get this to go a little faster. Hello, little cow! You're too fast for me. You can throw the lasso multiple times at each of these animals. I don't think I've ever had that work out for me, because once the animal turns and like looks at you and laughs at you, it really throws up the timing. Makes it really difficult to catch it with a second throw. You gotta get really lucky. Okay, so I was wrong. So the little cows also give you milk, so it's worth catching the little cows or the big cows. Definitely don't want to play that again. It takes a long time, but it does give milk, which you can see each provides 6 stamina, so you just have to catch one to pay off the cost of the stamina to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and drink everything here, because I'm going to need some extra stamina to chop down all the trees that I accidentally signed myself up for without thinking this through. Your stamina bar goes down very quickly until you buy the skill. So getting... I meant to sell some of my stuff. So I could show you another stamina regeneration option here in the game. But I think I may be too broke to make use of it. Oh good, you'll buy the... How much will you buy this for me for? Nothing. Give me nothing. Sure. There's the key I wanted. So the town has a bunch of little jumping puzzles in it if you want to try and figure them out. There we go. And we'll definitely be going through and tracking down all those chests as we play through, but it's been quite a while since I
heard about you at the fireside meeting. So how long are you gonna stay here? I've always had a good eye.
Hi, you're probably the new builder everyone's talking about. I'm Martha. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so once you get to be good enough friends with people, the game will let you track them. Let's see if it'll let me track someone I don't know as well. Perks. Oh, their name just shows up on the map, right? Okay, I think Gale is probably... Oh, there he is. Good, 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 good. Let's see if we can give him this quest today.
I hope Portia...
No, okay. Later on, Gale will give you... Or, I remember Gale giving us a quest to talk to everyone in town, which is why I wanted to go talk to him before talking to too many people. So this is the other way, that's a great way to get your stamina back, is that come here and dine at this restaurant every day and just get the special. And it gets you a lot of stamina for not a lot of money. And you can add other things to get more stamina, but the amount of stamina you get compared to the amount of money you're spending really drops off very quickly.
Hi. My little girls are everything.
You're that new person. You just inherited that workshop outside of town, right? Ah, sorry. Where are my manners? I'm Sonia.
I'm sorry, Sonia. I can't even pay any attention to you because Presley is just going to town on that chunk of ham in the background. Man, look at that guy go. He is really invested in eating that food.
Hey there. I'm Chiwa, the smallest of the Hulu brothers. There are 7 of us, so It'll probably take you a while to get used to it.
Okay, I just got that joke. All the Hulu brothers are exactly the same model, just color swapped. There are 7 of them. Oh, Sam.
Hey there. Haven't seen you around. Yo, kid, looking good. Be careful in the ruins. Don't expect me to save your butt every time, okay?
Sam's awesome. We'll get to go on an adventure with her later, and she does a really good job. She's actually got the best attack animation out of any of them. Right, okay, and so you can make a fishing rod, but you need a copper bar, a wild cocoon, and wood. So we're gonna focus on just getting the wood to do my commission today, because I need a truly ridiculous amount of wood to pull that off. And if I can get that, I'm gonna feel good. And then we can focus on getting our fishing rod tomorrow. Oh, I'd forgotten there's these 2 little piles of wood that are hidden underneath these bushes. So I would love to keep pushing my XP gain here, but we also have these other skills under Gather. Axe reduces the stamina used when using your axe, and so we really want to take that today, but we don't have time to get another skill point before we open up the next part of the game. So we're just going to go ahead and put our first skill point into Mastery of Pickaxe, which saves us 25% of our stamina, which is a way better XP gain than the 5% we get here. And everything on this row is good. Basically, my endgame characters basically have everything on this row all maxed out, usually. But we've got to be a little careful about how we invest it if we want to get off to the strongest possible start. So we're going to go ahead and put the point into pickaxes, and you'll see why in a little bit. Probably in the next video, because this one's already getting pretty long with all of the introductory talk. And you can, if I can aim my character in the right spot, you can chop down these bushes, but they only give plant fiber, which we don't really need it for anything, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to come over here and focus on chopping down some of these little saplings. Okay, and we've got 50-ish wood now, which is more wood than we need just to make charcoal, but remember, we have to feed the furnace as well. So that's going to use up a lot of our wood. That still leaves us with 15, which is that enough to make our... That is enough to make our pickaxe. No, that's enough to make our fishing rod. So now we're going to focus on doing our fishing rod. So we can't get into the part of the game that lets us mine lots of iron ores, metal and copper reliably, but we can chop out the marble out here. So sometimes these will give out a small amount of metal materials, but that's not where I want to put my stamina today, because I still because there'll be a more efficient way to get stamina, to get copper tomorrow. So we're going to come over to, not this tree, sorry, wrong tree. We can come over and kick the trees that look like this. And these can give us cocoons and also honey. But what we want right now is the honey. And see, each time we kick the tree, it takes 2 stamina. And it does give us honey, but it's not edible honey. So we got 1 wild cocoon from that tree. And it used up almost all our stamina. So we're going to have to hope we get lucky with this next tree and get the wild cocoon. There it is. There's our second wild cocoon. Oh, cool. We got royal honey, which is a really good gift item for a couple people in town, and also gives us 10 extra stamina if we need it. So we're going to run back here and check out on our furnace. And see, this is really cool. It actually places out the charcoal that it's made as it makes it. So we're going to go ahead and gather that up and tell it to make more. And that'll give us enough charcoal for tomorrow. So that'll give us enough charcoal for our commission. But we still don't have the copper bar we need to make our fishing rod. So we've only got 11 stamina left. I think I'm actually going to chop down this tree, which is probably going to use what little stamina I have left. Yep. And just a little bit more pickaxe work here. Not enough. Okay, so we're out of stamina for the day. Oh, wait. We got... Because we put our experience point into that 25% discount, we had enough stamina to whack it again. But our attack power isn't high enough to get that thing all the way dead in one go. We can make another... Oh. So I'm going to squeeze out just a tiny bit of extra stamina by building 2 stone chairs. And then when you put furniture in your house, it gives you the bonus it says. So chairs gives us 2 extra stamina, remember it said? And you can see that our stamina bonus from furniture has gone up from 20 to 24. You can see that's out of 50, and that is a max. Each stage of your home upgrade increases that maximum, so you can get more of a benefit from your stamina. And that's it for our first day. When we wake up in the morning, we are going to have full stamina. See, we started yesterday with like 110 stamina, and now we're all the way up to 269. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you are enjoying this show and will enjoy the continuing adventures of the escaped dev in Portia as we go along. Until then, I hope you have a very happy and bug-free life.